Okay, this video is called Italian Vacation. And anybody who's paid any attention to what's been happening to Europe the last couple of years realizes that the European Union is really fake. It's a front. It's a communist entity, part of worldwide communism. And its goal is to destroy Europe, to kill off the Christians. In particular, kill the Christian men first. The women they think are weak and stupid. They can be taken care of later. But what they're doing is they're bussing in military-age Muslim men at night into all the European countries of Western Christendom. And the Muslim men are raping the females in the streets. So stupid liberal females who think it's okay to have an open border are learning the hard way that a bunch of Muslims in the street are beating the shit out of them and gang raping them. Okay, Muslim men are loitering all over European cities, making them unsafe. And you'd ask yourself, if Muslim religion is so good, why don't they have good countries? Why do they want to leave their own country and come into Europe? They actually think they're going to take over Europe. And the European Union just wants them to kill the Christians. The European Union hates the Christians and it hates the Muslims as well. It just needs the Muslims to kill the Christians. But after that's done, it's going to get rid of the Muslims too. It's not going to allow them to continue once they've done their job of killing off the Christians. And listen to what the Italian government does. The Italian government forbids the Italian people from being armed. They're not even allowed to have a knife. But the Muslims are armed. So they have armed Muslims who hate their guts walking around in their streets, eager to kill them and to rape their women. But they're not even allowed to arm themselves. You know, in contradiction to that, at the Vatican guards are armed. They're ubiquitous. They've got bulletproof vests and they carry automatic weapons. So they're not bullshitting around. They want to protect, their magnificent art. And you can bet those Muslims, you get enough of them in there, they're going to want to tear down the churches and destroy all the Christian art in the Christian churches. That is standard practice. Both communists and Muslims destroy art. Okay, that is a well-known fact. In Russia, Soviet Russia, they burned down 45,000 churches and they killed 65 million Christians. So this is reality. The Muslims are going to see this as a repeat event, a continuation of, the Crusades and all that stuff. They're going to tear down these churches. They're going to destroy all this artwork. If you look at the history of mankind, and I've said this before, the signature of man, according to G.K. Chesterton, he's right, like the first caveman, he painted a painting in the caves. Only man does that. No other animal does that. And of mankind, 99.9% of good art and painting, it all comes from the Christian. All the other non-Christian cultures, when it comes to art, they're backwards compared to the Christians, okay? So the greatest civilization in the history of the world, Europe, until the United States had its high point, is being actively destroyed right in front of our faces right now as we speak. And this is a disgrace. You should not let this happen. Italy is still better off than France. France is further along to its complete destruction. France has the best cathedrals of any country in Europe. The current ruler of France is a piece of crap. He's a homosexual. His wife is a transvestite. His wife is a man, okay? That's been known for a long time, okay? Candace Owens made a bunch of videos about, Macron's wife being a man. He's hanging around with Elton John, his big buddy, while, Paris was being burned down and Cathedral Notre Dame was being burned down. It's a disgrace, Western Christian men have allowed themselves to be pussified and feminized with all this multicultural BS, and Christendom is being destroyed. And unless they, make an effort to stop it, this is going to continue. Okay, all the Western countries, Christian countries are being destroyed. It's 100% intentional. Now, of course, the people I know who told me about their vacation in Europe, they said the art was magnificent. They loved it. Okay, and that's nice, but somebody needs to stand up and guard their borders. Oh yeah, here's another thing. In Poland, the Polish men, not even the Polish military, just the Polish young men are lining up, volunteering to defend their borders. And when Muslims come across their borders, they fight them and they push them out, okay? Even the military has to come in from Poland and get them to back off, but they are not allowing their borders to be destroyed. The Polish men are not a bunch of pussies. They've seen what has happened to other countries. They know their history with Germany. They know their history with Russia. They know the massacre of Katyn. They know the bullshit that's going on right now. They understand communism, how evil and sneaky it is. Okay, so hopefully Christendom is going to, stop letting their borders be wide open and stop letting their countries be flooded with people who hate them. So this is going on right now. Okay, anybody who's been there can see that they know exactly what I'm talking. I'm understating how bad it is. All these, white Christian women are being raped in the streets.